6 months ago, my savings account had $78 in it. I just lost a client. My rent was due. I was stressed, broke, and honestly, questioning if freelancing was sustainable. But today, there's $10,432 sitting in my account. No shortcuts, no viral hits, just a new system, a mindset shift, and a few key lessons I wish I'd learned sooner. And the craziest part, most of the changes I made didn't require earning more, just thinking differently. The real change didn't start with a new client. It started with a breakdown. I was sitting at my kitchen table with my laptop open, staring at a red bank balance and an inbox full of overdue invoices. I realized I didn't know where my money was going. I had no plan. I was chasing invoices, avoiding taxes, and burning out. That night, I made a promise. I'd treat my freelance income like a real business, not a side hustle, not something I just hoped would work. A real business. That single shift changed everything. I started by setting up 4 accounts income holding, where all client payments land. Business expenses, for tools, subscriptions, courses. Tax savings, 30% of every payment transferred automatically. Personal savings, 20% of every invoice non-negotiable. I made a rule. Every Friday, I'd pay myself and split the income using this system. Even if I only earned $200 that week, $40 still went into savings. And I did this no matter what. No excuses. No dipping into savings for emergencies that were really just bad planning. To reach that $10,000 goal, I needed to increase my income, but without burning out. Here's what actually worked. I raised my rates by 20%, and not one client left. I stopped charging hourly and started offering flat-rate packages. I created a Notion-based budget tracker and sold 27 copies on Etsy. I sent a friendly follow-up email to every past client, and 2 rehired me within a week. I also said no to low-paying jobs. That freed up time to market smarter, improve my proposals, and rest. And that space helped me think clearly about the big picture. One important thing I learned? Not all income is equal. A $1,000 client who pays on time, communicates clearly, and doesn't micromanage is worth more than a $2,000 one who drains your time and energy. Protecting your focus is part of financial health. It wasn't just about the money. What really shifted was my mindset. I stopped calling it saving and started calling it buying freedom. Every dollar I saved bought me options. The option to say no. The option to rest. The option to walk away from bad clients and not panic. And here's the surprising part. Once I had even a few $100s saved, I started making better decisions. No more desperation pricing, no more clinging to toxic gigs. Just calm, confident choices. But it wasn't all perfect. At month 4, I made a mistake. I dipped into my tax account to cover a dry spell. I told myself it was just temporary, but it took me 6 weeks to recover. Never touch your tax account. Even if things are tight, protect it like it's not your money, because it's not. Set it up in a different bank if you need to. Out of sight, out of temptation. That mistake cost me momentum, and it almost wrecked my confidence. But getting back on track reminded me, progress isn't linear. Just keep showing up. And honestly, I don't think the $10,000 was the most important part. The real win was building trust with myself. Learning that I could create structure out of chaos. That I could take control even when things felt out of control. So no, I didn't triple my income. I didn't go viral. I just built a boring, reliable system that worked. You don't need to earn $10,000 a month to save $10,000 in 6 months. You need a system, some momentum, and belief that your future self deserves better. If this helped, hit like. And if you're building your own fund right now, comment freedom below. Let's make your freelance freedom fund a reality. You've got this.